It was a bipartisan bill. It was a tough bill. $20 billion in new border security, gave the president the emergency power to shut down the border, made compassionate but serious reforms to our asylum system. One Republican said it would have had almost unanimous support if it weren't for Donald Trump.
Mr. Crane, sir, you're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to clear something up. The reason that we were so intent on killing that bill was because, in case you guys don't remember, it would have allowed about 4,000 people in per day. That's a problem. It would have continued to fund the NGOs, I believe, that were also flying people, busing people all over the country. So there were a couple major non-starters right there for us. I know there's been a lot of talk on the other side about that bill and how fantastic it was. I just want to clear that up.
On us. And the numbers that you rattled off, I understand you're a statistician. They're great. But even if we're talking about 0.07%, that's still one person. Is that clear?
Yes, sir, it is. I'm not saying do nothing. All I'm saying is don't do everything. We have to consider, you have lots of different security threats. You have to allocate scarce resources to save the greatest number of lives.
If we don't do everything, that one thing we don't do is going to get us killed.
Well, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it is impossible to do everything. Do you want to spend 100% of U.S. GDP on counterterrorism?
Okay. I don't know if you know my background or not, or that man sitting over there, but our job was to do everything, period. And that's why we were 99.9% successful. Thank you for your time, sir.
Under the Trump administration, we had 14 individuals encountered at the southern border on the terror watch list. And under this administration, that number exceeds 380 at this point. Does that make you still stand by your statement that it is a small and manageable threat?
It is a threat above zero. It is definitely a threat, but it is still small and manageable, yes.
Okay. How about gotaways? How many gotaways have we had since this administration took office? People that didn't get encountered, didn't get arrested at the southern border.
So the estimates range. We talked earlier about 2 million. I believe Mr. Healy's estimate was up to 2.4. I've seen estimates as low as about 1.9, 1.8. It depends on the methods, but I think it's fair to say about 1.7 to 2.4 range is fair.
Yeah, Mr. Navarrete, knowing that, is there a possibility that any of those, let's say 1.5 to 2.5 million people that didn't get arrested, didn't get caught, snuck in through that southern border could have been either on the terrorist watch list or terrorists who aren't on a watch list?
It is certainly possible. The chance is absolutely above zero.
Are you aware that we have over 100 tunnels that CBP knows of going from Mexico into the United States of America?
I bet there are a lot more than that.
Yeah. We know of about 140 of them, but there's probably a lot more that we don't know about. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a consequence of black markets.
Do you think that could, do you think those tunnels could be used as avenues to bring terrorists into this country?
It's certainly possible. We've never seen that. We have no evidence of that, but that is certainly possible that something like that could happen.
Okay. Mr. Healy, do you concur, do you agree with Mr. Navarreste's claim that it is a small and manageable threat?
No,
No?
I don't.
You were in the Marine Corps and then you're an FBI agent for a very long time, is that correct?
I was in the Marine Corps. I flew Harrier jump jets for 7 years, and I was an FBI agent for 27. I worked it. I was an undercover agent in it. I helped build the terror screening center initially. I was its first deputy director, and I was a director for 5 years.
Yeah.
And I lived it every day.
How many terrorists does it take to cause a mass casualty event?
One.
One? Yeah. How important do you think it is that we do everything possible to stop any attacks on U.S. soil, Mr. Healy?
We don't have the choice. We don't have the choice. That's not an option, period.
Do you think this administration is taking it seriously at all?
I have a problem when numbers go crazy from 2021 to 2024. It's unmanageable. I worked with the team, and I actually attended the Terror Screening Center Memorial a week ago for 9/11. Those people work every single day, 24 hours a day. They can't leave. Yeah. It's unmanageable.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Mr. Diaz-Pasito.